In this video, I'm going to show you a healthy, low calorie, high protein, and high volume meal that you can make to help with your weight loss goals. It's going to be a ground chicken, essentially egg white omelet with some veggies, and it's going to help you feel satisfied and full for hours. So first, I am going to use a little bit of olive oil, not quite a teaspoon for the start of this because I already have some other oil that I'm using for different portions. So all in total, it's going to be 1 teaspoon of oil. And that is going to help limit, rather than using lots of butter or lots of oil, keeping it to small amounts is going to help reduce the calorie intake quite a lot. I am going to be using vegetables, and that's going to have some carbohydrates, but also it's going to add a lot of volume to the meal to make us feel full. And because it's high in fiber, it's going to keep us full a lot longer. So we're going to do some a whole red pepper, 1 whole red pepper, and about 1/4 of an onion. And then we're gonna add a little bit of garlic as well a little bit later. So we're just gonna get that mixed in with the oil a little bit, and then we're gonna let that cook so that the peppers soften up for us here. I already cooked up my extra lean ground chicken, and to season this, I just use salt, pepper, and paprika, and that's gonna give us a nice little taste there. So it's cold now. We're gonna add it to the pan a little bit later. And then instead of whole eggs, we are going to be using egg whites. Now, if you want to do like a half and half mix, you can do that. Just each whole egg is going to add a little bit more calories, but this will allow us to dramatically reduce the calories as well, but also give us a great source of protein. Now that the peppers are softening up a little bit, we're going to add in the garlic. So it's about one clove of garlic there. And then we're going to add some salt and pepper. Now you might be thinking this is a very low carb meal. What if you want to have some carbs in it? Well, the 450 calories for this meal includes a full cup of blueberries, and you can swap out blueberries for a different berry, raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, and it'll be fairly similar in calories. And that is going to give you a nice additional amount of carbs to give you, that boost of energy and allow you to have maybe a better workout if that's what you're going to be doing after this meal, or just to make sure you're replenishing your glycogen stores. And now that that's cooked in a little bit, we are going to add the spinach. Now, you can add a lot of spinach. It's really good for you, and it adds a lot of volume to the meal, a lot of healthy fiber and micronutrients, which are essential for you to feel healthy and well and perform at your peak. And it's going to give us a lot of that fiber that's going to keep us full after the meal. So we're going to do, and I'm just going to roughly estimate it because the small amount of difference that it might be is not going to have a dramatic impact. But I've allotted about 3 cups of spinach, and that is hardly any calories. It's a very minute amount of calories, but it's going to give us that volume and help us to feel full, and that fullness to last longer so you don't feel like you need a snack right away. So we're going to allow that to, we're going to mix this in and allow it to wilt a little bit. All right, this is starting to look really good. I decided to add a little bit of paprika to the vegetables as well, because I don't think that the paprika that's on the chicken is going to come through enough once it's all mixed together. Now, this is looking great. I'm going to bring you over so that you can get a better look at the pan here. A lot of color in this dish. This is like, if you can start your day like this every day, you're going to be saving yourself on a lot of calories, and you're going to be getting a large amount of the needed micronutrients that you need. And this is just like a great habit to start getting used to, is focusing on where you're getting your fiber, and that's going to allow you to get the micronutrients in your meal. But the fiber is just so important for gut health and for keeping you full throughout the day. All right, this is extra lean ground chicken with just some seasonings on it. And we're going to add this back to the pan as it's already kind of cold. We're going to give it a little bit of time to warm up, and then we'll add the egg whites. So we're just going to mix that in with the veggies here so that it has some time to heat up. And that's going to be a great source of protein. That's going to be over 25 grams of protein in that 100 grams of chicken, and then we're going to get another 30 grams of protein from the egg whites. So this is going to be well over 50 grams of protein, and with less than 500 calories, that's pretty darn good. So there we go. That's mixed in quite nice, and this would be a good base for a lot of different meals if you wanted to do this on, add a little bit of like pasta sauce and put this on top of spaghetti or something. or even just this as like a stir fry and then put it on top of rice. This would be a great base, and then you can swap out different things here and there to change it up a little bit. And if you can find like a general mix of things that you enjoy and then just make small changes and add it to different types of meals, that makes it so much easier to stick to a healthy eating plan and it really optimize your nutrition. So now that this has had a little bit of time to warm up the chicken, we're going to grab our egg whites here, and we're gonna do 1 cup of egg whites, and I'm just gonna pour it over top and allow it to kind of cook together somewhat like an omelet. It's not gonna have quite as much egg white volume to like fully envelop everything. I'm not sure I'll be able to flip it like an omelet because again, not enough egg whites, but we'll see how it turns out. And if I need to, I'll just kind of scramble it all together and we'll go with that. All right, so we let that cook on low heat for a little while, hoping that it would cook through enough that we can flip it. I'm not sure that it's going to work, but we're gonna give it a try and hopefully it'll turn out nice. So that didn't work at all. We're just gonna let the other side of that cook for about a minute and then we're gonna plate it. All right, so now that it's cooked through, we're going to slide it off onto the plate here. Again, unfortunately, we're taking a B grade for presentation, but hopefully we can put this puzzle somewhat back together, and it's all the same once it gets in your stomach anyways, right? So, but look at how much food is on the plate, and we still have our 1 cup of blueberries that you still get to eat with this. So here it is, and I don't quite have 1 cup of blueberries, but you know, like I said, 1 full cup of blueberries is included in this meal for only 450 calories. You can make little tweaks to this if you're not needing to cut the calories quite that much. You can put a little bit of cheese on top or some salsa to have that little added, you know, flavor or whatever it is that you are looking for in the meal. But this is a lot of food and it's gonna help me feel full for quite some time. Now, if you're looking for maybe a meal prep meal that you can make to have in your freezer for the lunch or breakfast or dinner that you just don't have the time but want a healthy meal, I'm gonna link that video up here. I'm also gonna link a video on what I did to help get lean, lose body fat while also building muscle and getting stronger at the same time. So if you're interested, check that one out as well. And I hope to see you in the next video.